Hello everyone, thank you for listening and watching. If this video has found you, there's a message here for you, but please take what resonates and leave the rest. And as always, thank you so much for your donations. May they be returned to you multiplied and folded over. And if you would like to leave a donation, the information is in the description box below. In this reading, we are getting messages from the bears. There is an overall theme with these readings of needing more solitude, more time for reflection. But one thing to bear in mind is that when the bear spirit animal of any kind shows up for me, it's never in shadow energy. They usually come through as an ancestor or to give you some type of a warning. So bear that in mind. And if you need to take a moment to meditate to see which one of these bears has a message for you, please pause the video. Otherwise, let's get into the readings. For those of you who chose the brown bear, like I mentioned in the intro, bears in general, when they show up for me, they're never in shadow energy. They usually show up as ancestors or to give us a warning. And with this particular reading, brown bear is showing up indicating that you need to have better boundaries. You need to protect your energy. And this could be just creating more boundaries around the things that you know are important for you to do. So for example, if you need to get up early in the morning, you need to have better boundaries at night, maybe a night routine or not having any obligations or any type of meetings after a certain time. But whatever it is, you need to create more boundaries around your energy. There's also a message here that you need to be more grounded and stable with your daily routines. So whatever it is you decide to do to create those boundaries. So again, there's a message here of more structure, needing more balance in your life, because with that, you're going to have the time available for this introspection, for this solitude. You'll be able to kind of carve it out once you structure all the other activities and priorities you have in your day. I'm also hearing that people may be trying to influence you to do something or trying to rush you to make a decision. There also could be people questioning your decisions. But I feel like whoever I'm reading for, you know exactly what to do and your intuition is on point and you need to trust it and follow it, even if it seems like a crazy choice to other people, because it's going to be right for you. And don't be afraid to stand on business and be confident in your decisions. So if you say you're going to do something and somebody says, well, I don't know if that's going to work and this and this and that, you need to be independent of the good opinion of other people and focus on what is right for you. You can't please everybody, so don't even try. I'm hearing that whoever you are, you're a very driven person. You're very mission focused anyway. But there's a message that you need to also be prepared for the slower, less productive times, meaning that when things are kind of slowing down, if you're a business owner and there's a lull, there's a, slowdown of any kind, don't think that you're not being productive. Don't think that there's something wrong with you or that you're not doing something right. It's just the ebb and flow of energy. So use that time for more introspection. Use that downtime for more meditation, getting more rest. You don't always have to be doing something. Sometimes being overproductive is a form of self-sabotage. You're doing busy work, trying to avoid an aspect of yourself that you don't want to confront, right? But again, there's a message here for more work-life balance, spending more time alone, and it needs to be intentional. Okay, this meditation time, this introspection time will renew your spirit, renew your energy, and you'll have more energy available to put towards your projects, your goals, your dreams, your mission, because you've had that time to rest and recharge. Spending more time in nature is another message that's coming through. Nature walks. It doesn't have to be this long thing. You could get out, for 10 minutes every couple of hours or whatever and take a walk or find, some park or a nature area or something and just get out there and spend some time breathing, connecting to the natural world. This is going to recharge you as well. Okay. I'm also hearing that for you, personal development and self-discovery are very, very important, but it's in these times of solitude and meditation and quiet that you're going to get your downloads, you're going to get these new ideas, and again, your energy will be renewed, okay? So I hope this message was helpful for you. Thank you so much for listening and watching. Have a wonderful day. Namaste. For those of you who chose the PANDA, as I mentioned in the intro, whenever a bear spirit animal shows up for me, they usually don't show up in shadow energy. They're usually an ancestor, or they're here to give us a warning. And in this particular instance, I feel like whoever I'm reading for, Panda is indicating that there has been some health issues that are being exacerbated by your overindulgence or your neglect. I feel like you're very aware of whatever your health issue is, and you haven't been doing what you need to do. Maybe you've gotten some medication and you're not taking it like you need to, or perhaps you have gotten some news and you've been choosing to deny it and not deal with it. This is not going to be good for you, okay? Panda is showing up with a message of extreme self-care. You need to immerse yourself into this issue. That's what I'm hearing. You need to improve your nutrition. For some of you, you might consider going vegan or vegetarian, or maybe even a fast if that resonates with you. I'm hearing for some of you, you are on a weight loss journey, that, losing weight is a part of whatever it is you need to do to improve your health condition. And I'm hearing that for some of you, you're not seeing the results that you want. Remember that it takes time. If you want sustainable, lasting results, it's going to take time and consistency. Okay? You don't expect to lose 30 pounds in a month unless you're like clinically obese. And the more weight you lose, the harder it gets to lose weight because your body adapts to whatever it is that you're doing. And when you get to that last 10 pounds, forget about it. The last 10 pounds that you're trying to lose could take you 4 to 6 months. Okay. And again, I'm talking about lasting, sustainable results. I'm not talking about crash dieting. I'm not talking about fads. Okay. Something that you can incorporate into your life that is lasting, that will be a part of your routine for a long time. Okay. And I'm also hearing that gratitude speeds up the process of whatever it is you're trying to manifest. So you might have stepped on the scale and maybe you thought you were going to have lost 10 pounds or 5 pounds and you only lost 2, or maybe you gained weight, right? But you've also seen your clothes getting looser, or maybe you did have a week of clean eating and you stuck to your meal plan. Be grateful for that. Thank yourself for that. Okay. Applaud yourself for that. Praise yourself for that. Like, yeah, I did that. I may have not seen the results on the scale, which that's a whole nother topic, the scale weight, but I did A, B, and C correctly. So I'm going to big myself up. I'm going to say, hey, I did fantastic in that regard, right? We want to build ourselves up instead of beating ourselves up. I'm also hearing that for some of you, whatever this health issue is, you're addressing the symptoms, and the symptoms are not the real problem, okay? I'm hearing that for some of you, there is an emotional connection to whatever illness or ailment you have. And that's true for everybody. As many of you know, I've studied Louise Hay's work extensively, and she has written about how certain or all diseases have an emotional connection in the body. And once we can deal with that emotional part, the disease will dissolve itself. Even cancer, even AIDS. Okay. So if that resonates with you, I would highly encourage you to do some research on that. Again, Louise Hay has written a lot of books and done a lot of seminars on that, all available on YouTube. But take personal responsibility for your life and everything in it. Okay. Don't lead with your wounds. Don't expect people to feel sorry for you because you have A, B, and C, and don't blame anybody else for whatever it is that's going on with you. Okay. Say, this is what I have. This is what I'm dealing with. And Spirit, help me. Help me to eat better. Help me to take better care of myself. Help me to get my health back on track. Okay. There's also a message here about simplifying your life, letting some things go, decluttering. Maybe I'm hearing for some of you, you need to maybe look into another profession, something that's less stressful, or you need to get more support in your life. If you're like a stay-at-home mom, or if you're somebody that just needs more support, Spirit says you need to go out there and get it. Okay? The help, the support is readily available, but you need to make an effort to get it. All right? So I hope this video was helpful for you. Thank you so much for listening and watching. Have a wonderful day. Namaste. For those of you who chose the polar bear energy is about survival, okay? And as I mentioned in the intro, whenever any type of bear spirit animal shows up for me, it's never in shadow energy. It's usually an ancestor, or they're here to give us a warning, okay? And with polar bear spirit being here, there's a message that maybe you're a little bit jaded by some of the experiences that you've had. Polar bear energy is somebody that has been through some very, very harsh conditions, okay? Whether you've been homeless or you've gone through some sort of traumatic event, abuse, something like that, okay? And like I said, I feel like these experiences have maybe left you a little jaded. For some of you, you come off as being aggressive or cold, but I'm hearing that really you just have strong boundaries and you don't allow people to play with you. You've been through too much. And yes, it has shaped and molded you into the person that you are. You're not afraid to put people in their place. And I feel like people are actually intimidated by what they've seen you go through and overcome, okay? And they expect you to have a lot of emotional baggage. They expected you to be depressed or sad or whatever. And I'm hearing that you're none of those things. Okay? You went through what you went through. It made you stronger. It made you more of a survivor. And now you're thriving. You know, I find it interesting that people can be jealous of your struggle. That is so fucking weird to me. Like, why would you want to go through some of the bullshit that I went through? I promise you don't, right? But people could be jealous of that. I'm hearing for some of you, you may be single parents like me, and people may have tried to tell you how to raise your kids, but I'm hearing that you're doing the best that you can. And whoever these people are talking shit, they wouldn't survive a day in your life. They wouldn't survive a day doing what you'd have to do every day to take care of you and your children, right? And I know that you're doing the best that you can. I can feel that. Your kids are very well taken care of. They never want or need anything. And I feel like this challenges people because they feel like you should need them. These are people that need to be needed. And that has nothing to do with you. Don't allow people to project that energy onto you. Okay? Whatever you've been through has made you strong, and it has strengthened your spiritual connection. So really, it's the God in you that people are intimidated by, and they need to understand that, right? People have their preconceived notions and perceptions and ideals about how people should live, what they're allowed to do, what they're allowed to have, what they're allowed to be, but they're not God. And I'm hearing that you don't buy into any of that. And this challenges people. Some people can't fucking stand it. And so they try to put you down maybe, or say little shit to try to trigger you or intimidate you or provoke you. And maybe you do go off sometimes. But there's a message here to understand where these people are coming from. They're intimidated by you because why are they fucking with you in the first place? So continue to be strong, continue to stand your ground, continue to, strengthen your spiritual connection and do you, whatever it is that you do, regardless of how anybody else feels about it. If you're successful, continue to be successful. Whatever people are projecting onto you or perceive you to be is none of your business, okay? You've come through, you've persevered, you've earned whatever it is that you have, you deserve whatever it is that you have. And maybe you are a little bit cold, maybe you are a little bit aggressive, but that'll let people know not to play with you, all right? So I hope this video was helpful for you. Thank you so much for listening and watching. Have a wonderful day. Namaste.